Hello everybody and welcome back to Skyward Sword. In the previous video, we got the keys to this place across the Elder Volcano, and today we're going to be conquering the Earth Temple. Sounds like something from Avatar: The Last Airbender. But anyway, this is the first Fire Temple in this game, and because of that, there's going to be a bunch of fire-related stuff in this place. I apologize if my commentary is a little off. It's been a couple weeks since I've last recorded a video, as you guys have probably could tell because of my lack of videos recently. The reason for that is because I was moving into my new place and I was getting the internet set up and stuff like that. But we are back and we're going to be conquering this dungeon. The digging myths that we got a couple videos ago will be playing a pretty significant role in this place. At least until we get the proper item of the dungeon. And if you hear that in the background, my cat's making noise, so try to ignore that if you can't pick it up. If you can't pick it up, that is great. That reminds me, before I came in, I saw a weird looking blonde girl that got dragged away. Oh no, whatever are we going to do? If you want to live again one day, use a head for her own, pal. Nah, we're not going to do that. We're awesome. We're going to go to this dungeon. As you guys can probably tell, the digging myths, they can get you a lot of rupees, because I've noticed that the holes that you dig those things, and when enemies like that don't appear, a bunch of rupees will appear, which is actually pretty cool, which is actually pretty nice. And can I just say the lava in this game is probably one of the best looking things of lava in a Zelda game. Twilight Princess has some pretty realistic looking lava, but I think this game has some nicer looking details when it comes to like the lava and stuff like that. I'm really excited to see how it's going to look in Zelda U, because that's just going to look awesome. That gate right there always looks a little funny to me, because it looks like the chain for the bird is coming out of its nose, and it reminds me of the Emperor's New Groove. If you don't know what that is, shame on you. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. Towards the end of that movie, there's a bunch of the castle in that movie. It looks like the Emperor's face, and so some of the villain's henchmen fall out of it. Fall out of the nose of the castle. So that's just what it always reminds me of. And once again, Fi is telling us how to talk to her. I've said it once, I've said it less than 1,000 times. This game has a pretty large problem of repeating its own dialogue, repeating its tutorials multiple times. Anyway, right here, this is a new enemy. This is the Lizalfos, and honestly, this is my favorite incarnation of the Lizalfos throughout the Zelda series, because as we're going to be seeing in a moment, his fighting style is really cool. He has a kind of metal rock-like arm, and he'll be using that to defend himself. What you want to do is you want to swing your sword in the opposite direction that he's holding it in. Like if you're holding it up like that, you want to swing your remote upwards or something along those lines. A lot of people don't really like the Lizalfos. A lot of people don't really like the Lizalfos in the Zelda series. And while I haven't really cared all that much for them in the other games, I really like them in this one. And this enemy over here, I don't think we've seen it yet. We probably did, but I probably just forgot. Because it's been so long since I've recorded one of these videos. You can usually use a Skyward Strike against those things, but unfortunately we can't. It's too far away. So what we want to do instead is that we want to activate these bombs. And this gives us access to this rolling ball thing. When this was first shown off in one of the Skyward Sword trailers, I was really concerned that it was going to control like the Star Ball in Super Mario Galaxy, If you guys have seen that Let's Play, you should know how much I hate that thing. That right there what Liz says, where he's like a nice timing pal, I can never tell if he's being sarcastic or serious. Like, I can never tell if he's saying a nice timing pal, or if he's being really serious and he's like, nice timing pal, or something like that. It's a bag for carrying around bomb flowers. I could imagine not having one. Oh hey, I guess I don't have to imagine it, because I lost mine. Anyway, it's back there. Do me a favor, get my bomb bag, will you? So what we want to do is we want to crawl into this thing. There's a moblin over there we can go take care of. I actually think they're called bokoblins. I just always call them moblins because, like, Link's Awakening, because of the way I played Link's Awakening when I was a kid, it just made it, like, stuck in my mind that they're all called moblins, and some of them are called bokoblins. So when you see me calling those enemies moblins, that's the reason why I've just always called them moblins. There's a ladder right here if you want to climb up it, which you kind of need to get to this next thing over here. And we can walk along this pathway and get over to this ledge right here. And there's stuff. I think there's a fairy over here. Yep, there is. The fairies, they are, you guys have probably already know this by now, but the fairies are really useful. And if this is your first playthrough, I highly recommend you at least get one fairy. The fairy can also be used to restore your health if you've taken damage, which is very useful. For this next area coming up, I recommend you either have a potion or a fairy, just any type of healing item on your first playthrough. If you're really skilled at this game, then you probably don't really need it all that much, but if you're younger and less experienced, then you're definitely going to want to bring some potions along for this battle. And now we are facing two Lizalfos. It's scary. Not really. The difference, it's not really all that different from fighting one of them. The only real difference is that one of them could sneak attack you while you're trying to fight these things. And you may also notice that the Lizalfos, they can either be left-handed or right-handed. It doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. The only real difference it makes is that depending on which arm they fight with, that's the one they're going to be a little bit limited on how they can defend themselves. So yeah, that's basically how the general rule with the Lizalfos is that if they have the metal arm guard on their right hand, they're going to be a little bit limited on their left arm defenses. And I like how they're like making funny faces at you when they're running away. When they do that, it's actually they're actually left wide open to attack them. So what I recommend you do is that when they're doing that, I recommend you go over there and attack them as quickly as possible. Oh man, I was so close to being on top of the chest. Why does this keep happening to me? I've officially decided that is my primary goal for this Let's Play. My primary goal is to appear on top of a treasure chest. That's my only goal for this game. Well, not really, but that's my primary goal for this game. And if I do it, I'm going to be super happy. Oh, by the way, we got a new item. This is the bomb bag. A couple of videos ago, I talked about how some people might not like how restricted the bombs are in this game, with how you can only get some before how you can only pick them up and throw them around, but you can't actually you can't actually hold on to them until you get the bomb bag. And I realized that this is something that's happened before in the Zelda series, like a lot of times. So I don't know why it didn't occur to me that this was a common thing in the Zelda series, because I was playing Wind Waker the other day, the Wii U version, and I noticed that there were bomb flowers everywhere without the bomb bag. This is probably in the other Zelda games, I just haven't really paid all that much attention to it. So now I feel like a moron. Want to borrow it so you can go deeper into the volcano? Alright, you're looking for your friend. You sure have to put yourself out there getting this far. that reminds me, how's my pal? He's worried. He's worried? About me? What kind of a pal am I, putting him through that? You must be worried too, not knowing if your friend's dead or alive. Dead or alive. Why am I singing again? And now he permanently gives us the bomb bag. So yeah, we get to permanently keep the bomb bag. And this guy's, and what he's going to explain right now is that he's going to give you some bombs to put in the bag, because when you first get the bag, it's completely empty, so he's going to give you 5 of them. How you can pick up the, how you can put bombs in there on your own without having to like, go through cutscenes like this or something like that. I think this is the only cutscene in the game where you can get a bomb in it. I'm not entirely sure about that. It probably is, but how you can get a bomb normally is that you walk up to a bomb flower, you pick it up, and then you push the B button to put it in the bomb bag. It's very simple, and I actually really like how the bombs control in this game. I probably talked about this already. It's been a long time since I've recorded this game, as I've said earlier, but I really like how the bombs control this game, because you can throw them or roll them. It's just awesome. And as for the moment, we can only carry 10 bombs right now. I think there are upgrades later on in the game that will allow us to carry more, so just keep that in mind. You also want to be careful when you're rolling around these things, because if you go too fast, Link will lose balance, and you will fall into the lava. And he blew up a wall. It deserved it. It was mocking me. So now that that wall is blown up, we can go up here and jump across this thing and open the chest. There's not much else to talk about right now for the dungeon, so I'm going to be talking about some things that have happened to me since the last time I've recorded. I've recently gotten Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker on the Wii U, and that game's pretty fun. It really is just an expansion of Super Mario 3D World, which is probably why it wasn't charged full price, but it's a really fun game. It's quite challenging. Some of the levels are quite challenging in that one, especially if you're going for 100%, because there are some challenges in that game where it would not really tell you what those challenges are. Like, in some levels, you have to defeat all the enemies, or in some other ones, you cannot defeat any enemies at all. There are challenges like that throughout the game that will only be revealed to you after you beat the main level. And there are also a bunch of green stars and stuff that completes in this like me go crazy form. So it's a pretty fun game. I don't think I'd be doing a Let's Play that game anytime soon. First of all, it's a brand new game, and it's considered common courtesy in the Let's Play community to wait a few months to Let's Play a brand new game. And I also don't really have a proper way to record high-definition games, aside from Mario Kart 8, where it has a built right in, but that doesn't really matter right now. And Captain Toad is not the first Wii U game that I want to Let's Play. I already know which one I want to do first. It's not Captain Toad, but I do know which Wii U game I want to do first. And another game I got recently was Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube. I haven't really gotten that far into the game. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy, aside from the fact that there were a million sequels to 13, and people for some reason are running a remake of Final Fantasy 7 or something like that. I don't know anything about the Final Fantasy series. I got Crystal Chronicles because it was a GameCube game, and it just looked interesting. So, yeah. I'm also going to be getting Tomb Raider Underworld for the Wii soon. I talked about this during my Let's Play of Anniversary and Legends, that I used to have Underworld, but I got rid of it. And my Let's Play of Legend has kind of made me want to give that game another chance because I want to do a Let's Play that game someday because I don't want to have an unfinished story on my channel. So I'm gonna be getting that game pretty soon, and if I feel like it, I'll do a Let's Play of that game. I'm not entirely sure how I'll be doing that game because almost likely because I'm gonna be getting the Wii version, but the Xbox 360 version has some DLC that further explains the story and stuff. So what I'll probably do is that I'll probably do the Let's Play the Wii version, and then maybe a few years down the line, when if and when I get a 360, I might treat the DLC as like its own separate Let's Play, similar to how I'm going to be treating Challenge Mode for Pikmin as its own side project to Pikmin, even though it's going to be the same playlist. I'm going to be treating it as its own project. Which, speaking of which, I will be starting the Pikmin Challenge Mode videos soon. I have 2 videos for it recorded already, and I will be starting it soon. Just like be patient, stuff like that. Let me tell you, it is not easy to Let's Play this game because you have to focus on what the enemies are doing and while talking. So this game is really not easy to Let's Play. This is probably the most challenging Let's Play to record for the longest time. Epic Mickey is also really high up on the list because there's just so much in that game, and I want to 100% it. I don't want to forget anything, which I commonly do. So yeah, these games are really difficult to Let's Play. As usual, you want to use your Skyward Strike against these things, because the Skyward Strike is awesome. I hope something similar to the Skyward Strike appears in Zelda. There was something like that in Majora's Mask, where with the Fierce Deity Mask, you were able to shoot sword beams, but I'm really hoping that they do something like that with Zelda, because let's face it, sword beams are probably like the most awesome sword upgrade in the Zelda series. Sword beams were also in Link's Awakening, when you got 23 of the secret sea cells. When you got 23 of the secret sea cells, you were able to upgrade your sword to the sea cell sword. So yeah, there are sword beams in that game. Sword beams usually appear in the 2D Zelda games, I've noticed, and they don't really appear in the 3D games all that much. And a detail right there that I really like is that that bombable wall, you have to throw 2 bombs at it to make it fully blow up. A detail I really like is that you can see the physical cracks on the wall as it's getting blown up. I just really like that detail. This game is full of detail. This is one of the reasons why this is my 3rd favorite Zelda game, just because of how much detail there is into the overworld and stuff. I also like how you can see like the steam and stuff in the air and stuff. How they probably did that on the programming viewpoint was that it's probably just a 2D model planted over the screen or something like that. If you want to reference what I'm talking about, it's how they do. It's similar to how they do the rain on the Distant Planet stage in Super Smash Bros. World. It's something like I think it's something along those lines where it's a 2D layer that's planted over everything else. I'm not entirely sure. I know a little bit about programming. I'm not like a professional or anything like that, although I hope to do someday. But we gotta be careful. We don't want to fall into lava. Let's try that again. Hopefully this time without fail. What was the second moment ago? Oh yeah, I don't really know a whole lot about programming. I know a decent amount, but I really hope to be like a video game programmer when I graduate college and stuff like that. What you want to do next is that you want to throw a beetle over here. I don't think this is required, but there's just a nifty little prize over here, which is a silver rupee, which isn't going to be that important because our wallet is already full. I'll probably go get it. I'll probably go get a wallet upgrade when we go back to Skyloft, but that just depends on what side quests I decide to do when we get back to Skyloft. You want to be very careful around those lava falls, because those things, like how lava usually works in video gaming in general, is that if you touch it, you're going to get burned. So you want to be really careful around those things. What you want to do next is that you want to put the beetle over here. The beetle is, I've probably said this before, but the beetle is probably my favorite item in the game. It's just so useful because you can like really see what the environment is like before you like go into a major room or anything like that, and stuff like this where you have to activate a gate so you can actually reach the thing. And now let's get back onto the bouncing ball of evilness. As usual, don't go too fast or else you're going to lose balance and stuff. That's basically the common rule of bouncing on balls and stuff like that. Is that if you go too fast, you're most likely going to lose balance. You want to wait for the lava to stop spitting out like that so that you can go by, because you don't want to burn yourself. If you guys think the ball physics in this game are annoying, you guys probably haven't played Okami, because believe me, the ball pushing physics in that game are just downright brutal. Over here, there's a couple of keys which we're going to destroy. You could probably knock them out with the shield. I probably just did that, but because I was focusing on commentary, I didn't really pay that much attention to it. You can probably knock them away with the shield to defeat them and stuff like that. Hooray for more worthless rubies because our wallet is full, but I kind of have to sell them off anyway because it's a Let's Play and I want to sell off everything. There's an enemy right there we can roll over, and there's a switch right here which we can activate. I said we can activate it. And with that, we're going to continue this dungeon in the next video, so thank you guys for watching this video of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, and until next time, let it gear to you. Oh yeah.